depending on whereabouts you are in the world, obviously. All the way to Heathrow, and from there you'll get to see parts of the airport which a lot of people don't normally get to see. Because obviously you're going to be going around with the staff member today, which is quite cool. Kind of exciting. It's also why we're dressed a little bit different to normally, because obviously we are now going to be going to work, essentially, which is kind of odd, very, very strange. But yeah, we're going to go and check out, well, not check out, but be checked out by the medical team at British Airways, whereby we're going to have blood taken, DNA swabs done. I've got to shred up a passport in about an hour and a half's time, which is good because we're going to arrive at just gone. There's my passport. We're going to arrive at just gone 5:10, I think it is. I actually misread the email. I thought it'd be there for 4:30. So I'm kind of glad we misread it, because otherwise I'll be very late right now, which would not be great in any way, shape or form. We've got to surrender passports so they can do an immigration. Why is that not signed out today? So they can do an immigration and right to work check on me, because obviously they don't want to employ anyone who could have any links to anything illegal. So yep, I've got to fill in all the paperwork for a depot, which is quite hard to do because I'm not really the dapper kind of guy, you know. So yeah, when we get there, it could be an interesting day. We're fine, dude. Can't really bring a cameraman down with me because he'll be bored shitless for the time we actually are in Heathrow Airport, in the training academy, having everything done. Yeah, so we've got to surrender passports and got to do loads of checks and stuff. Obviously, reading comments could be quite difficult, but as we get closer to London, we will show you. There we go, let's try again. Yeah, so it's the M1, M25, coming off the M25 for Terminal 5. We then follow the Perimeter Road all the way around to the south of the airport and head into the British Airways compound. So could be interesting. What's also interesting is the fact my car reckons it is currently 34 degrees outside, which is mental. Let's spin that round. There you go, 33 degrees at 16:02. Absolutely crazy weather. So yeah, we are going to be live on this little trip all the way down there, and then be live when we get to Heathrow, so you can actually see where we're going to be based. Quite cool, quite exciting. It's probably more cool for me, to be fair, because obviously this is essentially my life from now on, you know. So yeah, we'll also obviously be creating content all over the country, filming all over the place. So it could be interesting. But unlike yesterday when we're going around the abandoned house, we have got drinks with us today. It's being 33 degrees. It's kind of essential. Kind of need them. So it could be good. And then as soon as we finish at Heathrow, I'll be donning on normal clothes, and essentially we may go for a little walkabout around the great city of London as well, because in my head, why not, you know. London of course being my home, and yeah, my opinion, it's a great place to be. So we should be finished in Heathrow at about 7 o'clock. So we'll be just in time to do the normal live in and around Monday evening as usual, which will be hopefully quite an exciting thing to do. Just coming into some roadworks right here now on the M1, as per fucking always. I have to love the average speed check zones, which are just absolute pig shit. But like I said, this is my life from now on, up and down the motorway, left, right and centre. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting life from now on, you know. For those of you who don't know, the whole point of today is to have a drug and alcohol screening, along with a immigration screen. Why are you braking, you absolute moron? Move. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, they have to make sure that you have got a passport, because trying to be flight crew without a passport wouldn't really work, because obviously everyone has to have a passport to travel, which is kind of goes without saying. Yeah, so it is 4:05 on Monday the 12th of August, which is pretty sound. Currently 33 degrees, which is crazy. You don't often get these sort of temperatures here in the UK. So yes, so we are going to be live from Heathrow in just over an hour's time, which will be cool, be quite exciting. Show you guys around, and yeah, and I say after we finish having all the examinations done, medical screenings, etc, etc, after that we will do our normal Monday fun day. Well, that'll be a Monday fun day in the sun today, which would be quite cool. So I never get this, right? Why is it in average speed check zones, especially here in the UK, why is it always constantly the same thing, whereby nobody does the speed limit you're supposed to do, or you're allowed to do? Always notice that, especially on the M1. Like, for some unbeknown reason, people always decide to sit like below the allowed speed limit. It's kind of like, why? Why does nobody do the 50 mile an hour that they're allowed to do? Maybe I'm just a rebel and a bit of a speed freak, you know. Maybe that's why I just enjoy setting my cruise control at like 53 and then just go for it, and almost laugh at people that just plod along at like 48, 50. It's like, dude, speed cameras around here won't activate till you hit at least 56. What are you doing? I reckon I must just be a speed freak, you know, because I think that's why I chose to be like flight crew as opposed to like cabin crew. You know, just be able to feel that power behind my hand as I like thrust that thing up. Absolute crazy amount of power that those I think they're now General Electric engines produce. And even though they are General Electric, they obviously do run on like they run on aviation fuel. Because if anyone turned around to me and was like, "You're flying an electric plane," I'd be like, "Haha, bye then, I'm going home." You know, I don't trust electric cars. What chance have I got of trusting an electric plane? And the reason why I don't trust electric cars is nothing to do with the environment. It's purely because I've had a couple as like company cars or electric vans, etc. And the capability of them, their abilities to do anything, is so shoddy. It's so like hit and miss, and to the large part it's so crap when you're trying to like, especially trying to do a long distance journey in an electric vehicle. Like my car on a full tank can easily do like 800 miles on that tank of fuel. Yeah, granted it's diesel, so it goes a bit further anyway. But like, to do that same journey in an electric car, I've worked it out sometimes, it would take like 3 days. So it could take me 10 hours of like pretty consistent driving in a diesel. would take 3 days in an electric car. So going by that capability, what a flight that a plane could do in like 12 hours essentially would take like 4 days if they work on the same margins as an electric vehicle. And the whole point of air travel is to get places quickly and get places like quicker than if you were like driving, for example. Yeah, I mean, you can fly from London to Manchester with British Airways. Big up the BA, obviously. Get from London to Manchester for in 45 minutes, whereas the same journey driving, like London to Manchester, would take like 4.5 hours. So it's essentially a tenth of the time flying. So even then, you try and get an electric car to get from London to Manchester on one charge, it won't happen. So yeah, I've not had great experiences with electric vehicles. Probably why I'm so anti them, to be fair. But do I think this country will be carbon neutral by 2030? Absolutely not. No way. So, but yeah. Yet again, we're reading it's 34 degrees in my in-car thermometer right now, which is mad for the UK. That sort of thing just does not normally happen in any way, shape or form. Not too sure why the camera is showing you my packet of fags, but there we go. And also why it won't stand up. Really quite annoying. So yeah. But Monday, the 12th of September. No, it's not the 12th of September at all. That's absolute bullshit. Unless we're time travel time now, it is Monday, the 12th of August, 2024. 34 degrees. So it's quite a nice welcome into London. The fact that it's 34. So I'm liking that. It's a nice day. Quite a few clouds. Quite a lot of cloud cover right now. But I sound like I'm doing a fucking public address system to all my passengers on board the aircraft, which also I have to practice as well. So that's going to take some getting used to. Having it put on the kind of authority kind of voice to speak to the ladies and gentlemen in the cabin, which again is going to be quite an experience to learn to do that. Because I don't think I have really a very authoritative voice. I'm inclined to say that I've got like a bit of a happy voice to a certain degree, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to then learn how to speak with a little bit of an air of authority, put people's minds at rest and stuff about flying, and especially if you've got any nervous passengers on board, you're going to have to learn to be really quite different in my approach, It'll probably go along the lines of, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer speaking. From the flight deck this afternoon, we'll be flying from London Heathrow to Malaga. Current temperatures here are 34 degrees, and the current temperature in Malaga is a staggering 40 degrees. Our flight time today is approximately 2 hours and 57 minutes, with a reasonably clear flight out of Heathrow. Might be a little bit choppy across the channel due to thermals, etc. But as we came onto mainland Europe, especially onto the northern part of France, these thermals should subside and should be a reasonably safe flight. If you need any help, obviously do make sure you're speaking to the cabin crew. We're now going to do a short health and safety demonstration, and I'll speak to you again once we're airborne. That's pretty much the kind of like announcement we have to do from the flight deck. And then of course, once we are airborne, is when we give cabin crew the all clear to get up and start doing the normal cabin crew procedures of food and drink and trolley service throughout the cabin, and then of course Once we hit about 7 to 8,000 feet, that is when obviously autopilot takes over, and we can then speak to the cabin on any updates to do with the flight. So it's an interesting time. It's a very interesting thing to be doing. If you have got any questions, of course, about aviation or about flying in any way, shape or form, please also do highlight them. And even if we answer them when we actually approach Heathrow or on a slightly less congested part of the road, then I'll happily do that for you. Or failing that, you can save it for your Q&A this evening, let's say from 9 o'clock, which will be quite exciting. So, there we have it. We are making progress, ladies and gents, along the road this afternoon. Loving life. But it is bullshit, these roadworks, because they just go on forever. I'm not sure if any of you have ever driven down the M1 at the moment, or have driven down it recently, but we're still at 7 miles of roadworks that come to an end literally just before London, apparently London Luton Airport. Now, being a London boy, I've had a peeve about London Luton, I've had a peeve about London Stansted, and also a peeve about London Gatwick. Because although those airports are very clearly marked as London airports, in my head, they're not London airports. Because Luton is in Hertfordshire, Stansted's in Essex, and Gatwick is in Sussex. They're not London. There's only really 3 London airports, which is Heathrow, where we're going now, London City, and also Norfolk, which is obviously the private airfield, which is used primarily by the military and also the royal family. British Airways, of course, being the national carrier for the UK and endorsed by royalty. As to why, I don't really know, because the royal family very rarely fly on British Airways aircraft. So I don't understand why it is actually an endorsed aircraft, an airline. I might ask that question today. I may have an answer for you on that very front later on this afternoon. But even now, we're in a 50 zone, doing 43. Why? Because people in roadworks can't do the speed limit, or can't do a consistent speed limit. And it is bloody irritating. Especially when it comes to now, and for some reason, we are all stopping. This is bullshit. Absolute crap. Why are we stopping on the motorway on a Monday afternoon in the daytime? Oh, what's going on? Absolute shite. Whereas at one point we were doing 55 miles an hour, we're down to a staggering 12, ladies and gents. What the fuck? Like I said, Dave, this is life from now on, you know? This is my life. Up and down the motorway network of the UK, well, not the UK really, just between my home and London. And at the liberty of all the ladies and gentlemen who decide that 50 is probably too fast to be driving through roadworks, so I decide they're going to slow down to 40. Brazilian serve makes other people slow down to 30. Shit, man, it was fucking ripped like a smash actually. So, yeah. It is fucking annoying. Because it's just what really annoys me, right, is when this sort of thing happens, there's never any, like, reason for it, yeah? There's never a humongous hold-up or anything specific to lead as to why you slow down to such a stupid dumbass speed. And it does do my nut consistently. You know, because so slowing down to 35 miles an hour, the person in front keeps braking for absolutely no reason at all. And yeah. Like, hello. So 50. Let's do 50. No? Ordinarily because, like, there'll be one person in a line of traffic who isn't confident enough to do a consistent 50 mile an hour, or they don't trust cruise control or whatever. So they'll slow down because that's what they feel safest doing. And of course, it then slows down for every other man, woman, child, whoever on that very same network. I don't think people actually realise how frustratingly annoying that is. You know, especially people that are going to work. Because yeah, people do use the motorway network for work, you know, for work. You know, you know, I can literally be driving past colleagues right now who are on their way to Heathrow, ready for their nighttime roster. Right? They don't want to be held up by some Doris doing 30 miles an hour because they don't want to do 50. They might just be plodding along going to, like, you know, wherever and just chillaxing or whatever else. Cool. Chillax. But can you chill in a lane that's not going to slow the people down? Well, I've got a mooring in front of me right now. Doing 45. But it's painstakingly obvious it's clear in front of me. So they're in the outside lane, doing 45, and they're really don't need to. It's 4:21 on the 12th of August 2024. We are live across the world, ladies and gents, right here on LindenTV. Where it's still 34 degrees. Absolutely insane temperature. It was supposed to be like this over the weekend. Sadly it wasn't. I think we were lucky to top like 26 the weekend. But it was saying it'd be about, you know, 31 to 34 today. And true to form, the weather has done as it said. It's very much London. Why? Over. Oi oi. Hello. Anyone who knows anything about mini sober, I'm really upset actually that a lot of their lorries don't seem to exist anymore. Because like, it was so cool. You see the names on them and that sort of stuff, been a bit of a spa. You know, like, it's quite cool. Quite cute. Approaching the Luton Airport Parkway right now. So I used to call it London Luton because it's going to be further away from London if we tried really. I think actually London Luton in commas is actually the furthest north airport that claims to be London. that actually isn't. Same way as Gatwick is the furthest south. It claims to be a London airport. Farnborough can just about be, get away with being called London because it is in the home counties, which predominantly, it's on the Hampshire-Surrey border. Obviously, Surrey does cusp into London, so they can just about get away with that, and I would just about allow it. But Luton Airport being classed as London, have a word for yourself. Don't try and make yourself better than what you actually are, because I ain't buying that for shit. Simple. The delightful thing is though, once you clear London, once you clear Luton Airport, we do then go back to national speed limit, which is kind of cool. Delighted to see at the moment that I'm not going north because the northbound carriageway is completely chock-a-block. So if you are travelling north on the M1 and you're at junction 10, I feel for you because it is ridiculously busy there at the moment. So sorry guys, you are going to be stuck in a bit of traffic for a while. Could it be because of the roadworks, or could it just be because something's happened that we didn't see? Anything's possible, but it is incredibly busy there right now. So it's pretty mental. So we are now free out of the roadwork section. Now Expelliarmus up to a decent kind of speed, which is quite nice. Back the old cruise control back on, and as they say in Espanol, sigue double, sigue double recto, which means go straight on. Vamos! Vamos! Yes, we're going, no panic. So it was good fun though. I do enjoy them. To the last part, I do enjoy the motorway network, it's quite fun. London Heathrow right now, ready for work. So it's good fun. I'm excited. 34 degrees outside. Fucking whole day. No one. There we go. May have another cigarette soon. Of the M1. Hello. So yeah, slowly making our way on the road. That's part of anything else. There's no point going excessively fast because nobody else is doing it either. So what is the point racing around when nobody else is doing the same thing? But it's always the case on the UK roads as well. Notice this quite a lot. When you're in a hurry or in a rush to get somewhere, nobody else ever is. And then when you're not in a hurry, you're quite happy just to plod around and do your own thing and take your time, whatever else. The world in its way just seems to be on like, I don't know, it's almost like everyone just wants to go anywhere they can as quickly as they possibly can. And I never get why. Why is that? So, if we are lucky as well, we may get to Heathrow just in time to watch the big one take off. For those who wonder what the big one is the one of 12 British Airways A380s. We may get to see one of them leave. Judging by the times and stuff, we should get there just in time. Cannot beat the power or magnificence of an A380 just because they are absolutely phenomenal. Never flown on one as yet, but that could very much change. Yeah, because the difference between flying an Airbus A350, which is the aircraft I'm actually training on, compared to the A380, apparently isn't actually that much. You just got 2 more engines to play with. Compared to, you got 4 rather than 2. Obviously 2 on each wing. And then obviously when it does come to landing, you've still only got 2 reverse thrusters, which are set to the inbound body, the inset engine as opposed to the outset engine. Whereas the 747, all 4 engines have reverse thrusters on them for landing. The A380's only got the inward engines are set for reverse thrusters. And the reason for that is actually quite clever. Because obviously the wingspan on an A380 is so large, they have to be due to the size of the aircraft. The reason why the engines on the outer part of the wing don't have reverse thrusters on them is purely from an environmental point of view. Because obviously they overhang so much, they overhang the runway. So therefore, if they had thrusters on them as well, every time one of them things landed, then realistically they have the power to then churn up the size of the runway, which therefore puts FOD onto the runway and prevents, obviously causes a lot of issues for anything else taken off. So if you wonder what FOD is, that is a foreign object or debris. Yeah, that's what FOD stands for. Even if you use technical jargon, you know, it's not in our training. Oh, this bit always concerns me as well. Why is it when you get to 25, everyone just decides to stop? There's no need for it. Don't do it. Just literally, just keep filtering down. Yeah. I mean, granted, right now there's 1 lane going on to the M25. When you get down to the bottom, there's 4 lanes going to the M25. 2 to go to Heathrow, 2 to go to Dartford. So just filter in. Come on, you absolute planks. Change lanes then, dickhead. Oh, you're not going to do it. Go on in. Why are you braking? grew up in London, you're from London. And I'm like, actually, technically no. I grew up in the home counties of like Hampshire and Surrey. Yeah. That's where I grew up. I didn't actually go like really into London until I was late teens to be fair. But yeah, granted then it was just like shout on the trains, onto the tube or whatever, and just work it out for yourself. I mean, granted at the age of 10 I was kind of going around like parts of central London by myself. But again, it's not hard, not a difficult place to get around. It really does confuse me when people say, oh no, London is too hard. Also, for those of you wondering, I didn't even pass the test in London. I failed my test that I took in London at the age of 17. Failed that one, and then passed elsewhere in the country. Granted, it was another city in the UK, but yeah, passed second time round. So, which again is another city I can navigate around pretty much my eyes shut. I mean, I wouldn't do it with my eyes shut, purely for health and safety reasons, you know. But I could do. If I wanted to, I could. But the in-car readout is still reading 34 degrees, which is mental. At 25 to 5 on a Monday afternoon. I have got about an hour until I have to surrender my passport to the powers that be, British Airways and in Heathrow. So yeah, scary shit, guys. It's gonna be well weird as well, like knowing that like for that slight time that they have your passport for. Also do like immigration checks, passport checks, all this sort of stuff, make sure it's legit, all this kind of malarkey. You know, during that time, at that point in time, you are literally a nobody, because they're taking your ID away from you. And the reason why they take your passport is purely to make sure that you're not linked to any form of like illegal activity. Which kind of makes sense, you know, because predominantly when I pass my training, I ain't going to be responsible for like a £300 million plane. £300 million. That's a lot of money. Yeah, so of course. I don't want people who are like linked to like illegal activity being responsible for something that's worth that much money. What was the point of you changing names? Like, you literally screwed yourself up there. Good fun. Always baffles me people that like drive around topless and stuff in this weather. I mean, yeah, granted, like if you've got it, flaunt it. That gentleman in that van then definitely did not have it to flaunt. I can assure you, folks. That was a bit of like, what the hell? Parts of the 25 haven't melted, because quite ordinarily in this weather it's not uncommon for that to happen. Not uncommon for parts of the motorway, especially with the amount of vehicles that have traffic over it, it's not uncommon for them to basically start melting. find that out as we get closer. It's going to be very obvious to work out and see which aircraft or what's landing where, basically. So in an hour and 5 minutes is when we have to be in the academy, because the email states your passport and identity documents must be surrendered at 17:45. I read it at 16:45 to begin with. Good job that wasn't the case, because I'd also be late by now. Would not be a very good start. Yeah, 17:45. So they do them. They take them off you. While that's happening, that's when they do the blood test and urine tests for any drugs, any alcohol, anything like that. And then by the time the checks come back from the passport office, it's the same time when the results will come back from the blood and alcohol tests. So at that point, we then go on to the medical screening and have the application process further for flight crew. And if you pass those sections, and then welcome you back in a couple of weeks' time to be given your training manual, which is kind of scary. So yeah, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Which also involves 3 days in Barcelona. Well, I'm not going to moan at that one. Oh, here we go. So just approaching junction 17 of the M25, and apparently we've got to slow down now to 50 miles an hour because there's an incident. Fun. This is exciting. What incident requires an entire motorway to slow down to 50 miles an hour? Not even a long way. All the way from Deutschland. Welcome to the UK. We welcome you very happily into the country. Junction 17 Slip Road has been closed to one lane. Is this why we've been brought down to 40 miles an hour? I don't know. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, what's going on the M25? Clearly nothing. So back to National Speed limit. Happy days. Great fun. There you go. As always, they always want to do whatever they can to try and prevent your progress on the motorways. I think sometimes they do it because they know they can, which again, mightily annoying, really, really annoying. But hey, who are we to complain? Because at the end of the day, you know, the powers that be, they're the ones that turn around and go, yep, we're going to slow every fucker down for no reason at all. Enjoy it. Thank you very much. Nice little beetle broken down in the hard shoulder. Shame. Even to this day, I still think the original Beetle, what a stunning looking car that was. Again, German engineering at its absolute best. Because it just looks the part, you know. now 33 degrees. We were at 34 earlier on, but now 33. So yeah, that's a bit nicer, a bit more manageable. Cope with that a lot nicer. On a Monday fun day when we're going to work. Rock on, people. Happy days. You know? What a delightful time to be alive. Are you going to be nice or are you going to carry on? You're going to carry on, aren't you? You're going to cause me to slow down just because you're an absolute villain. There you go. What are you trying to put your fucking hand on? Oh, you absolute villain. Fun! Oh. Well, one thing, I'm glad it gets past my other pocket because it's proper jabbing into my stuff right now. Don't like this. God, it's hot. It is so hot. Oh, back to 34 now. So listen, you're around London, it's sticking between 33 to 34 degrees. Insanely hot. However, we are in August, so you kind of expect this sort of weather in August. And kind of glad that it's here, to be fair. That is a situation no family ever wants to find themselves in. Broken down at the side of the motorway, in the heat, with the kids, waiting for recovery. Dude, I feel for you. Genuinely. Knowing how much of an annoying pest I used to be when I was a kid. You know? To begin with, it's quite good fun when you get broken down. But then, as time goes on, you're like, this is shit. You know, this is boring. And you run out of things to do. And surprise, surprise. Queue after junction. So after... The only issue with the M25 is either really, really clear or really, really shit. And ordinarily, it's always the junction with the M40 where things, for some reason, always seem to go wrong. Now, I've got a feeling, purely because you've got like the M40 traffic mixed in with the M25 traffic, and I don't know if it's because people are in London or what, but I mean, the amount of people overheating today, this is mad. Guys, I feel for you so much. So much. It's also why I always carry extra coolant in the car. Because it just helps. Granted, realistically, I probably should have checked the coolant levels and stuff before I started this drive. But nothing seems to be overheating at the moment, which is quite nice. I had a car previously, which used to overheat all the time, and up until the point of getting it fixed and having a new fan and stuff fitted, it was like, yeah, kind of had to happen really. And after that day, just absolutely worked like a whistle. It was phenomenal, it was great. There's always the M40 junction that always seems to slow everything down. Yeah, again, here we go. Good news being that we are literally a couple of miles away, or a couple of miles out now from Heathrow. What is really annoying about Heathrow nowadays is the entire airport is completely at 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, which is really annoying. You know, especially when like, well, I think I'm going to struggle because, quite frankly, if you spend like your whole day like circumnavigating the globe at like 500 or 600 miles an hour, then you get back in your car and you've got to do 30 as you leave work. How disgruntled is that going to be? Like, literally. Because even now, the signs are all saying 40. We're not even getting anything close to that. It's kind of like, yeah, you wish we were doing 40. Or what really does annoy me is when you're like sat at a standstill. You're literally sat at a standstill. You're going nowhere. But the signs are there flashing away at 40 miles an hour. Almost goading you, saying, oh yeah, we think it's doing 40 right now. And you're sat there thinking, I'm going nowhere. I'm at a standstill. The traffic's going nowhere at all. What the fuck's going on? It's like, I wish I was doing 40, but the reality is, I'm going nowhere. Nowhere quick. Bullshit. I mean, that point's happening right now. The signs are saying 50, I'm not even doing 40 miles an hour. But there we are. Back on the old cruise control again now. I generally do think I use cruise control like most pilots use autopilot. Just use it continuously just because you can. But then you go from 50 and then for some reason, absolutely no known reason at all, everything just slows down to absolute batshit nothing. Here we go then folks. This is fun. Why are we going so slow? I have no idea. Boring. Probably because people saw the speed camera up on the gantry, shut themselves and was like, oh shit, can't go quick through there. Which gets bullshit, you know. Here we are on the M25, about 12 miles away from Heathrow Airport. Not even that. We're nearly there. We're about 7 miles away. Should be seeing something crossing the 25 at some point. Unless of course we are taking off over London, which could be a possibility right now. But going by the kind of time of day and the wind direction and stuff, I would envisage things to be taken off on runway 27, probably 27 right, landing on left, take off on right. Which is quite often how it works. You'll quite often find in London, in Heathrow they'll land on 09 left, take off on 09 right, and then coming the other way they'll land on 27 left, take off on 27 right. Quite often how it works. Why? I have no idea. Oh bless him, his coach is broken down. Mate, feel for you. Never something you want to happen. Obviously aircraft break down as well sometimes. And more often than not, why you find them heading back to their airport of origin. And they could be seven hours into a flight. There's a problem, and the destination isn't reachable. That aircraft will turn back. So you'll essentially do 14 hours of flying just to end up back where you started. 9 times out of 10 that won't always be the case though. Like if there is a problem mid-flight, then they will try and find the nearest and safest airport to land at. Very, very rare, but sometimes it does happen. Yep, and like I predicted, we are taking off over the M25, seeing what looks to be a 787 just clearing the M25 as we speak. So that's pretty cool. flight path. Another one there taken off as well. Beautiful. None of my British Airways boys yet though. They haven't left just yet, but they are quite happily taken off. On runway 27 left right now. Over the M25. To wherever it is they're going. And I'm so jealous as I am, dude. I want to be with you. I want to be flying with you guys soon. But it's not happening just yet. We've got a lot of training, a lot of hard work, but we will get there. Interesting fact about Heathrow Airport as well, something takes off and lands from here every 15 seconds. Heathrow being the third busiest airport in Europe, which is a pretty incredible, pretty incredible position to hold. That looks like a 777 just took off. London, as usual, is looking. It's quite happy, normal. It's normal, happy self. Always a nice thing to see. Speaking of the devil, there's a British Airways A320. Off he goes. Have a safe flight, my friend. By the time they clear the 25. Landing gear's already up, and as they start to bank, that's when flaps will be retracted to position 1. Still gives enough lift, but also encourages the aircraft to also gain speed, so you can retract your flaps to position 1 from position 2 on an Airbus, and still get enough lift, also the drag is greatly reduced, so you can still pick up speed whilst being in far less throttle. So that was it. Very big and exciting, whatever took off over the overhead right there. There we go. So we're now coming into Heathrow. 52 minutes after starting this live show. Do you know what? I don't know why, but I always feel really smug coming in here. Because I'm like, do you know what? It's always nice to just feel like I'm home. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, London, it is very nice to be back. Terminal 5 is incredibly busy right now. Obviously Terminal 5. Oh! There goes American Airlines, they're of course One World Alliance. That's what an aircraft. So we'll go to the Heathrow Airport Academy first. We'll go there first. And then make our way round to Vanguard Way at the bottom of the airport. We're literally at the end of the runway right now, which is pretty insane. So we will see pretty spectacular stuff taken off now, ladies and gents. Go to the BA Academy. Probably stay there, well not the BA Academy, the Heathrow Academy. Stay there for a couple of minutes before we make our way around to the BA Academy. You have the Heathrow Academy for all of the like ground crews. They're the ones who train at the Heathrow Academy, and of course the BA Academy is purely there British Airways now. The British Airways being the hub right here in the UK. Taxiing from terminal. So yeah, there'll be a lot of them taking off in the not too distant future, which will be kind of exciting. In fact, speak of the devil, one is literally taking off right now. Another little A320. Off you go, Sunny Jim. Ta-ra, mate. Have a safe flight. There's the and there we go. Someone had a bit of road rage with someone who clearly got no idea where they're going around the edge. Give them a little bit of slack, mate, but you can't even 30 around here as it is. So I don't know if it's really beeping. Another little tiddler from BA taking off right now, folks. Go on. Go on. God, Jesus, now I can see why they're getting a bit impatient with these guys. They are going quite slowly. But again, you can only do 30 around here anyway, so there's no real point belting it around here. Because of the amount of absolute insane amount of speed camera. Really, it's not fun. And there literally are speed cameras everywhere around here. And when I say everywhere, I literally mean every time you see like a little speedboard, guaranteed just beyond that, there will be a speed camera. Got a little tiddler of British Airways couple of months as well. They could just be doing like the take-off and landing ritual, where you have to do like, I think 4 take-off and landings a day. So you take off, go into like a little holding pattern, and then come back down to earth, well, back down to the ground. And do that about 4 times a day, every day for like 2 weeks. So yeah, it's these little ticklers may not be going out, so you can never be too certain where everything's going. Yes, we are live at the greatest airport, in my opinion, in Europe. As I said, something takes off and lands here every 15 seconds. That is being proven this afternoon by the sheer amount of everything we can currently hear taking off, which is just mental. So we're going to stick on the northbound. Qantas are in here this afternoon. Obviously they're another member of the One World Alliance, which accumulates British Airways, Qantas, American Airlines, Japan Airlines, I think the China Southern, China could be. There goes a Boeing 777 from British Airways again. Happy days. They're off. Oh, sound of that beast. Literally, you can just feel everything just like rumble as one of those takes off. It'd be quite cool to see the Qantas A380 take off later as well. That'd be pretty sick. So we're sitting top of the airfield for a little while. just watch stuff take off, and then subsequently things are landing on runway 27 left. So, and we're taking off this afternoon on runway 27 right. Pretty decent. Shame I wasn't here yesterday when LindenTV were here, but a massive shout out to them. They're a very welcome sign here at Heathrow Airport, and they're here very frequently, which is always cool to see. We'll come around here, and to be fair, where we're about to go potentially could be quite busy, especially with it being school holidays. Quite often people bring their kids and stuff down here to watch flights, etc. So we're going to end this now. I'll start it again when we come back on later. Watch this.